Cool. Well, does anybody want to give a recap of what has happened since last week, and some of the RP that's going on, or do you guys have everything fresh in mind and ready to hop straight in?
I could do with a refresher.
Yeah. Listen, guys, a lot of us made the Quidditch team. We're all a bunch of Harry Potters. Shit was Gucci. All of you guys gonna go to the potions class. I didn't. Sebastian's too cool for potions. That's for nerds. Sebastian went to the library. I don't want to hear that that's for nerds too.
That's for nerds.
Potions are for nerds, but the library, yeah, that's for cool kids.
Anyways, instead of learning lame ass potions, Sebastian learned some magic spells. I don't know what you guys did in potions class. I know Atticus fucked up the spell he was doing or something, and Vesper got a low roll on a potion. That's all I remember.
Yeah, wait, what spell did I get? Fuck. I got, like...
Yeah, you guys all got various level ups, and not really level ups, but more of like proficiencies with certain things. For those that aren't in the offline, so again, this is kind of more towards YouTube and stuff. Everybody pretty much was in potions class brewing up a 5th year drought of, I believe it's Drought of Peace, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Or so you guys have been getting through that. 3 of the teams, which are, I think Atticus and Megan is one team, Klaus and Rocky is another team, Vesper, Fiona, and James is team number 3, and then team 4 is Ben, Jasmine, Adrian, and Akash. Right now, 3 of the groups are in the Chamber of Secrets working on a puzzle on how to open the door. I'm gonna say at this point, just so that way Akash isn't like far behind everybody because you weren't able to do any of the offline, I'll say you've gotten up to that point and you've now made your way into the chamber. So we'll start off there since most of the people are down in the chamber. We'll start off with that bunch. So Klaus, Vesper, James.
Real
and...
quick, Ox. Remember what we said about every session I have to roll. Will this one be at disadvantage since I'm next to the Chamber of Secrets?
This one you don't need to roll because we haven't time skipped. So this one you don't have to roll. I'll let you know when you need to roll. It'll only be done during a session if a time skip has occurred, which we're kind of yeah, we're just rolling into the fall that same day because we were still there. Cool. So Vesper, James, Fiona, Vesper, James,
Atticus.
Klaus, Atticus.
There's 2 of me.
You guys see as Akash accompanies you guys as you have the last. There's 2 snakes left. Atticus, you've noticed some runes that are sort of on the upper left of where this door is, kind of scribbled in on like where a hinge would be.
Does he recognize any of the symbols?
Do you speak
runes?
We'll have a specific word for it, or a specific name.
Or something.
I'm pretty sure you actually told it because
Elder Futhark. Yeah, Futhark.
I have that trait. Oh wait, I know that language.
Okay, does Atticus know that language? I don't think Atticus does. So no, you don't recognize the runes. So let's start with, I guess we'll just go, there's what, 5 of you in this room now, if I'm not mistaken?
I did put an offline that I searched around, and you said you would start it off from there.
That's perfect. We will go from there. Gotcha. Okay. loud and clear, Sebastian. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Roll me investigation, or yeah, I guess roll me investigation. What are you searching for?
Another possible way to open up the last two snakes.
We have relish.
Are you looking for like a physical lever? Are you looking for something magical? What like how are you gonna open
It's a bit I'm not looking for a lever, I'm looking like for a hidden button.
it? A hidden button. Okay, roll me investigation, and Fiona will give you the help action. So go ahead and roll investigation at advantage.
22.
You 22 looking for a hidden button. Ooh, that's interesting. DC was 20 for that. Okay, cool. You find two things. The first thing you find is you're kind of moving. This corridor is about 30 feet wide by 15 feet tall. And you can see that where this door is, there's just a solid door with the copper snakes attached to this wall. But you kind of look around the sides of this corridor, kind of off in the distance, about like 20 feet away. You find a hidden corridor in the far northeast corner of this corridor. You find a hidden corridor that you can see is... What's your dark vision again? 60 feet?
60 feet.
So you see 60 feet down. This tunnel seems to go past 60 feet and past your dark vision in a straight line. You haven't seen a turn yet. So you clock that and open it up. It's not trapped. There's a second one that you find closer to the door itself. As you look at it, there's a small, it's not a lever or a button, there's a small keyhole about 5 feet to the left, sort of where Atticus is kind of standing. 5 feet to his left, you spot this little keyhole, but there's no handle, there's no knob, there's not even a door. You just spot the keyhole. You can feel gentle breeze like coming out from it. That's what caught your attention to it.
Okay. Klaus is going to turn to the others and go, I can feel this keyhole hole just right about the eye point to where you found it. But a few feet away, there was also a corridor. Do any of you want to come with me down the corridor to check that out, or shall we?
We tried the knocking spell on the key. Well,
I mean, we can still try. We can still do both. I mean, we've got plenty of people here to split up for it.
okay.
A quick question. Can Vesper see the runes on the door?
I'll say at this point in time, Atticus has probably pointed out the runes. So yeah, you guys would all see the runes above the door.
Okay, Vesper knows Elder Food, like, can she like try translating?
Yeah, roll me.
I would like to give her some help since I know it as well.
Yeah, you can give her the help action, and then we'll swap over to Kosh really quick. Roll me a... I think...
It'll probably be more
I would say
the
history of magic. Yeah, roll me a history of magic, please. That
was wizard band, right? help action.
Yeah, add advantage as well because of the help action.
Yeah. So 21.
Okay. Damn. Okay. You see. There's a phrase. So it's not. I'll give you the phrase that you see, and then I'll give you like the loose translation of it. So you notice the runes. It says in Elder. It says Thum. So Thum. Al Modesh, ALMODESH, and then a glyphic symbol of a snake, like a kind of like a hieroglyph, and a rough translation to common is the Tomb of Snakes. And then that's pretty much all that it reads, actually. Yeah.
That's
what-
mumbles. That's unhelpful.
What did you want to do, Akash?
Oh, I was just asking if I was there.
Yeah, you're there. No, you're there. Yeah. You're for
just
sure
from
there.
From my understanding, we did potions class, and now we're here.
You did potions. You're doing a potion club, and then the final ingredient
Is in here.
is in here, and the door was supposed to be open, but it's closed.
Okay. So they're able to read the text. What does it say again? Sorry.
If Vesper translates it, does Vesper translate to everybody what the runes say?
Yes.
It says, Tomb of, what did I say it was? Tomb of Snakes or something like that?
The Tomb of Snakes, yeah.
The Tomb of Snakes, yeah.
You said the lair of Fozzie Bear.
He said, I'm sleepy.
The chosen one. Do I remember the story of Harry Potter and like the Basilisk?
I mean, it's a history book, so probably if you read it.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
he killed it with the Sword of Gryffindor.
And what exactly is the ingredient that we need?
Oh, Basilisk venom.
Wait, we need Basilisk venom from a Basilisk that's been dead for like 20 years.
Yep,
I
from
should
its
say it's
teeth.
preserved in magic.
Its teeth can hold up the venom for a very, 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 very long time.
Yeah, because Harry Potter
So
used
isn't that,
it
like,
in like
super
he killed it
deadly?
in second year. Yeah, he killed it in second year and used it in like seventh.
The
I think.
7th book, yeah.
Basilisk venom is
Like-
long-lasting and potent, and also is absorbed into goblin silver.
Right now, but like, isn't that like super dangerous for kids to be having? Like, isn't that just like, hey, have
No,
this,
that was kind of
like-
whack. He's like, yeah, because if you touch it with your bare hands, you will be paralyzed.
It's just like, hey, go find this like chlorine gas, you know, like. Okay.
I mean,
Go
like,
find
I
the
love it.
mustard gas.
As long as you don't stab yourself, or stab someone, you're fine.
Plus, on top of that, you do have someone who's kind of immune to most things.
Yeah, I don't know that though.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
But
Alright,
Kraus does.
Can I need a key? And it's supposed to be open. If it's supposed to be open, can I just go get Professor Slughorn and see if he can open it?
I like how we're all trying to do a puzzle, and he's like, let's just get the professor.
He's like, bro, why don't you ask the fucking teacher?
Like Akash is just like, hey
Anything else
guys,
we had
this
that
was.
option.
It's like, guys, you know, if this was supposed to be open, can I just go ask the professor to open it?
That it seems like a good
Yeah, sure. You head back to the club, which is the potions class, and you notify Professor Slughorn that the chamber has been closed. He looks at you a bit shocked, and he says, are you, as he hiccups and stutters a bit, are you sure it's closed?
Yeah. Can I make an insight check on the professor to see like what's up with that?
Yeah, make I guess, I'll set the DC for you.
Maybe like a potions check to see like if he took something, because that's what I'm thinking.
It wouldn't be post,
See if he like took some
Hey.
shit that makes him hiccup.
It will be more of an insight.
I would
than a potion.
say it's probably insight, because you're checking to see if he's under the effect of something, and then if you do clock it, then you can be like, okay, maybe you can investigate around the room or just straight up ask him. So you have to beat I guess against his deception, which isn't really high. He only has a +5. You got to beat an 8. He rolled super low.
Yeah, I rolled.
Oh no!
Wait, hold up. Am I proficient in insight? I'm not. Damn it.
Oh
Hey,
no!
go, man.
I don't get the Ravenclaw.
Oh, his high freaking rolls again.
You look at him. I mean, maybe he drank a butterbeer or a pumpkin juice too fast. Maybe he got the hiccups, but you don't really think anything out of the ordinary. But he is very surprised to hear that the chamber is closed. If you want, he will graciously follow you.
Yeah, for sure. Come with me. You can open it, right?
Well, it's not supposed to be closed, so we will have to see what closed it or how it's closed, and then maybe I might be able to help, but won't know until we get down there. And he kind of walks, like sings, like whistling, kind of like flowing around, kind of walking like a serpentine sort of, where he's kind of just like vibing. You guys, the rest of you see Akash and Professor Slughorn show up a few minutes later. The tunnel's still open, that little secret tunnel that Klaus found. And then there's the keyhole that Klaus found as well. You guys have 2 copper snakes left. Professor Slughorn walks in and walks over to the door and he goes, oh, well, it seems like there's only 2 locks either left or only 2 locks they were able to lock. You see as he takes his wand out and waves, and these little like spectral glasses kind of appear on his head or on his face. And he looks down and he goes, it should be simple enough, no worries. And he casts a removing curse spell as he tries to dispel the magic that is there. You guys hear a loud bang as the corridor you guys are all in shudders. You see as Professor Slughorn gets knocked back a few feet as he stumbles backwards. And he goes, oh dear. Interesting. I don't know who did this. But I will have to... if you'll excuse me, students, I'll be back. I need to go find our headmistress. And he turns around and walks away. I mean, you guys are there. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, I'm gonna open the door.
Open what door?
The chamber.
There's two locks. Like I said, Klaus has pointed out the keyhole to the left that's hidden in the wall, and then he's also pointed out a corridor, a secret corridor leading into the stone wall at the far northeast corner.
At this point, Klaus has had enough of waiting and just start walking down the corridor.
Does anybody, before Klaus leaves, I grab him. Hey, do you have Alohomora?
Don't ask me. I'm more of a...
James raises his hands. I do.
Wait, can you...
It's Alohomora, not Alomera.
Shut up, Sebastian. You're not even in here.
You're not even there.
Yeah.
So, choose a door or a window that you can see within range. They use mundane or magical means to prevent access. A target that is held shut by a mundane lock, or that is stuck or becomes barred. Wait, can you try and unlock the door?
They've already tried that several times.
Yeah.
They've unlocked so far they've been able to unlock 5 out of 7 locks via casting various things. As of right now, the only new development has been the keyhole that was found hidden in the wall and the chamber that Klaus has now actively removed your hand and began walking down the hallway. Fiona grabs Vesper, grabs the back of your hood, kind of like picks you up off the ground by like 2 feet with her long, like 6 foot arms, and like swivels you around and plops you down, and she goes, "Right, we're going with Klaus," and heads and follows him into the tunnel.
Oh, so we can just go into the tunnel then?
If you want to, like I said, there's a tunnel and a hidden keyhole in a door. So y'all could go.
Down the tunnel.
Okay, so who's
Just
going?
suggest splitting up before going down, by the way.
Who's going down the tunnel?
I'm going with whichever way the clock is going, because that's where Fiona's going.
Okay.
Oh, considering Fiona's got you on her shoulder.
So we have right now Klaus, Fiona, Vesper, Akash right now heading down the hallway. What is James and Atticus doing?
Well, I'm gonna go down the. Atticus is gonna go down the tunnel with the.
Okay, you're gonna head down the
James
tunnel.
behind.
Okay, James, what do you want to do? Do you want to head down the tunnel with everybody, or do you want to investigate the keyhole in the that was found in the wall?
Can I use a spell on that keyhole?
Sure. What spell are you thinking of using?
Let's see. God damn, I don't know how to say it. Alomora?
Alohomora?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a DC for Alohomora? Let me just double check. It's a cantrip. When you cast a spell, and there's a blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna say it should have a spell save DC to unlock it after a certain level. So I'm gonna say, okay, those of you that have Alohomora as a spell, add this into your spell mechanics. A level 1 through 3 lock will automatically become unlocked using this spell. A level 4 through 8 lock will have to do a spell DC, so it's whatever it's a D20 plus whatever your spell casting modifier is. So it's either a +5 or a +6. So on a lock 4 through 10, you guys will have to roll a spell. So go ahead and roll me a D20 and add your spell casting ability to try and unlock this hidden keyhole.
Okay, so it's a +4. All right. 14.
On a 14, as you brandish your wand and you flourish and say Alohomora, you hear a loud metallic click, and then you hear tick 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 tick, and you see one of the copper snakes slithers backwards and clicks and locks into place, leaving only one lock remaining. So do you want to follow your friends heading down the hallway now?
James is like, yeah, I did it. I follow them.
Hell yeah. You get inspiration, so I'll let you roll any ability or attack up to you whenever you want to use it, but I'll let you roll one of those at advantage. So go ahead and mark that on your sheet.
Can I pull James aside real quick?
Sure, yeah.
Hey, I know there's a dead snake in there and it's been dead for 20 years, but like, please tell me you prepared some combat spells.
Buddy, I have some meddling news.
Oh, great. Okay.
So, you are the offense, and I'll just be the defense.
How? Okay. Alright.
So,
I appreciate that.
you don't have to worry anything. Just continue on your path, and I'll follow you.
And I continue to walk. I actually run and I catch up with Vesper and Fiona for a second.
Cool. Yeah, you run and catch up. As you guys walk down this corridor, we camera pan out and back. If you guys want to do some offline really quick, by all means, go for it. It'll take you a while. This is a very long and winding corridor, so it actually takes some time. It's about 800 feet, so it's going to take some time for you guys to get down there. So you guys have time to offline. We pan over to a very nice evening. Sun is setting outside. Mimi and Kyle are kind of just hanging out. You guys are now walking around the castle's atrium, where a lot of the flowers and different plant life, both muggle and magical, have been growing now. Mimi, roll me a... Actually, before you roll me anything, as the full moon gets closer, how does it affect Mimi? Does she begin to get anxious? Does she get nervous? Does she get a little more agitated? Does she look different? Explain to me, as we are now coming up to almost a week away from the full moon.
When it gets closer to like the time, Mimi's hair starts to grow really like more fast than other people's, so her hair is getting longer by the day, and it's kind of noticeable depending on how she has her hair at the moment. When she got to school, it was pretty much a bob cut, so it would be noticeable. She also she's kind of fidgety. Like she like scratches herself a lot. Like, you know how like dogs like always get like random itches? That's kind of what she's doing, itching out herself.
Okay. As you guys are kind of walking, roll me insight.
Wait, what?
Not you, John. I'm talking to Mimi.
Cool.
I'm gonna scroll through my shit. Where is it? That's a 17 for you.
You notice that Kyle has kind of picked up on these very drastic changes from when he first saw you at the sorting ceremony, because he's in a different house, so he doesn't see you. I mean, other than class, I guess he sees you on a day-to-day basis, but nothing really more than that. But you see, as he's noticed some of these feature changes in you, as you guys kind of chat and you twitch a little bit or scratch the back of your head a few times. You see he doesn't say anything. He doesn't bring anything up. His body, his demeanor, nothing changes. But you do notice that he kind of relaxes this giant scarf that he usually has, or that you've seen him been wearing the last week and a half now. You see as the scarf kind of loosens up a little bit as you guys are chatting.
Okay. And she's like, I had ideas and now they're gone. I read something that somebody sent me. Fuck. She's trying to like control her itching, but like not in a like a noticeable way. And like if he does say anything, she has like a backup thing to say. So I'm all in place today. I am so sorry.
I mean, it's on par with character. You see as Kyle looks at you as you're kind of trying to gather your thoughts, as if you're attempting to try and say something. It looks like you have that like spark on your face as like, oh, I have like a conversation I want to start. And like you see as you go to begin it, and then you're kind of just stuck trying to figure it out. Kyle says, "Hey, so I've noticed, oddly enough, I hope it's not weird I'm saying this, your hair grows super fast. Are you a metamorphi? Are you, like, do you have metamorphic magic?"
You could say that.
Oh, cool. Can you change, like, the color of your hair and stuff?
Not willingly, unfortunately.
Oh, so how are you like a metamorph magic?
Okay. It's gonna sound extremely weird. And you might I don't hate me. Don't be scared, because I ain't gonna do shit. But I'm not fully human.
You see his curiosity strikes his face as he kind of like scrunches his eyes together, and then like raises one eyebrow, trying to figure out like, what? And literally, he out loud, he just goes, "What?"
You know, the full moon's coming up soon. That's probably when you won't see me for a day, or depends on how long.
You see as, by the way, this is what Kyle looks like. I put it in the NPC version too, chat. You see as he nods, and he wears, so you can't see, the picture doesn't do justice, but he's wearing a very large, like, designer trench coat. Like, it's very much like an Armani style, like, Italian leather trench coat. This big poofy designer scarf, always pulled up, like, up to, like, right underneath his nose, where you can't see, like, his neck or anything. He wears a lot of, like, big baggy clothing. As you say, he probably won't see you around the full moon. He kind of like looks down and furrows his brow, and then he gives that like sigh of relief kind of look where, like, oh, like, you know when, like, you say something to somebody and they're thinking about it, and then that moment happens where they connect the dots and they have that oh snap eureka face. That was him. He was like, oh, okay, I understand this now. He says, he goes, well, in that case, there is a chance that we may actually see each other during the full moon. As he undoes his scarf. As he undoes his scarf, you see a very large scar of like teeth marks on his neck, and you see this like mountain of darkish gray fur kind of spilling out of this trench coat that he's been hiding up with his giant scarf and his huge baggy clothes. He says, yeah, I have also been taking Wolf's Bane potion, and it seems you've been doing the same from what I noticed, you trying to brew in potions class last week. If you need help, we could, I'm relatively good. I can make them flawed, so I just have to make double the amount, but I think if you and I work together, we should be able to nail the ingredients in the process and save a ton of time.
Right. This is out of roleplay, out of all this. I have a list of all the people I think are what? And he was on my list. If you could hear me freaking out in the background while you were talking.
Wait.
I have a list of people that when we were talking.
Oh, okay.
Saturday, and I have a list of people that I think are like vampires or werewolves or whatever the hell. And he was on my list. He was like kind of on my radar this whole time, just because I don't know why. It just gave me that feeling.
Kyle was on your radar?
Kyle.
Yeah. Yeah. He's yeah.
Back to I was like, Mimi's like, oh cool. If we can't make potions, I know a way to get the potions from my father and Slughorn. Kind of. It's weird, but my dad knows all about this shit. He knows. He can help us.
Cool. That would be super useful if the professor could just brew them for us. Well, in that case, do you have plans? Are you planning on staying in the forest during the transformation, or what do you plan to do?
I'm gonna talk to Hagrid about maybe staying in his cottage until I turn into a werewolf and just go trying to kind of chill in the forest and make sure he knows that I'm out there. Like,
Okay.
taking precautions, because you never know what's gonna happen in there.
Kyle smiles and he says, "Right, is this your first time doing this alone, or?"
Well, I usually, if I'm at home, I usually just stay in the forest next to our house, which has a giant gate around it, because muggles and shit. But I usually just stay in there. Our house land is pretty big, so I just roam and just don't go to the house.
Interesting. Well then, let's make a wager. From what I hear from the upperclassmen, there is a Halloween dance coming up. And I would be interested I would be more than you see as he tries to talk and kind of furrows his brows if he's trying to figure out what to say, and then he goes, "Right, okay, let's do this. Let's see who could take down the largest prey, and if I win, you have to come to the Halloween dance with me, and if you win, you could have whatever you want."
If I win, you have to wear a Slytherin uniform for a whole day.
As somebody who's a Gryffindor, a visceral reaction of him dry heaving the second you say he has to wear a Slytherin uniform. He composes himself and he goes, sorry, no offense. I didn't mean for you to see that. That was rude. I am sorry. That's your house. That was disrespectful. Yes, I will.
You're fine. It happens way more than you think. Way more.
Okay. I will. Yes, I agree. I will. If you win, I will wear Slytherin's house robes for a week.
The girls' house robes. It can't be the boys though. You have to wear the skirt.
Okay. Now you'll ask it. You see as he stops and contemplates for a second and he goes,
You said anything.
Damn it. Right, okay. Fine. I'll wear the girls' house Slytherin robes. And he sticks his hand out for you guys to shake on it.
She shakes on it, guess this is the deal.
You shake hands, and we pan and fly over to the library. What is Sebastian doing in the library?
You never replied to my offline post a few days ago, but last thing Sebastian was doing was looking for a bestiary, since he's like, shit, hobgoblins have come down, other things possibly in the forest too, so I should look up the shit that's in Europe.
Oh, fuck, did I not? I gave you should already have a link of all the animals that are in the forest.
No, that's what I'm saying. But like the hobgoblins aren't native to the forest; they just randomly came in. So like Sebastian's looking for just one of Europe's entire, like all of Europe's.
Oh, you're looking for a regional.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I understand now. Okay. Yeah. Roll me. Investigation. I'd say at advantage, but at this point, yeah, because you've already gotten some really good evidence on some stuff. So yeah, I'd say advantage.
23. Almost got a nat 1 there. Thank God for advantage.
Ooh, okay. On a 23, you're gonna have to write this down because I'm kind of coming up with most of this off the spot. So 90% of what I'm about to say, you're gonna need to write down, Sebastian. So let me know if I need to slow down or repeat or anything like that. Okay. On a 23, on a regional bestiary check, looking for. Okay. The first couple of searches. So, are you looking specifically for hobgoblins in general, or are you looking for just a wide range of any animal that would be within this specific region that might migrate into the forest?
Like he's like, okay, hobgoblins are from the mountain. I'm gonna get a book for that region and see like if any other creatures are gonna be migrating down next time I go into the forest. Gotcha.
Okay. You are looking through the library. You spot a giant stone book. It's probably maybe like it's a big ass book. It's like 3 feet tall, and it weighs like 20 pounds. But you're able to grab this book and plunk it on the table, in the language of old. So you realize that this is a book written, by giants. It says, the title is called The Hills and the Lives in Which Roam by Baul, B-A-U-L, Gilmesh, G-I-L-M-E-S-H. Mesh, Gilmesh, yeah. There is a
G-H Gilmesh, you said?
Baul, B-A-U-L, Gilmesh, G-I-L-M-E-S-H as the last name. Baul first name, Gilmesh last name. There is a feral subspecies of centaur that on occasion migrate into the forest to trade weapons and goods with the more civilized centaurs of the forest. So there's a chance that their migration patterns are usually it's actually coming up. It's usually towards like the beginning of fall, right before the long winter. So you have that knowledge on those centaurs. They're called what are they called? I gotta find the section. Bestiary, and then they're called stone skin centaurs. I mean, it's pretty much, they're just centaurs. Their tribe name is the stone skin because all of them are like a grayish, like they all range between like a grayish to like white, almost kind of dark gray color, almost resembling stone pretty much. So they're on their migration path, starting in like a month or so. Let's see what else. Nothing mentions hobgoblins in here as far as a known migrating pattern, but they're mentioned to stay within those hills. There are a subspecies of bugbear that do migrate from the forest to the hills, and they mate and lay eggs there with a northern tribe of bugbears. Not eggs, they give birth. So you know there's a back and forth migration there. You do also notice, so this is different. As you're kind of flipping through the book, you find a geological graph of this like area, and you notice that there's an underground like mine shaft that's mapped out in this geological graph. It is called the Serpent's Back mine shaft, and you see that it actually runs from the Hills of Giants all the way in the far north. It actually runs through northern London, underneath Hogsmeade, through the back area of Hogsmeade, and then into the Forbidden Forest. So you see that there's an actual like sketched information of this like thing that you saw when you were in the forest, when you were in that cave. You saw the mine carts, you saw that the hobgoblins were kind of running in and out through tunnels there, so you can now have physical evidence of, oh shit, this is connected to what I saw. I know where this goes, I know the route, I know where it goes under. It definitely hits every single point from where these things are supposed to be to like how they got down to here. So you've been able to connect that. Is there anything else? That was a huge info dump. Is there anything else Sebastian is looking for?
Not particularly. He got the information about like he knows how the past works now and understands like where the hobgoblins came through, like on their route. He understands that 2 more migrations are coming of different beasts. So maybe he'll like look for recent history, like about the fall of Voldemort, like the Death Eaters and stuff. What happened to them?
I'm gonna say on that 22 that you had, you definitely, that would be more digital based, rather than a physical book. You're able to find a lot of the Death Eaters were captured and imprisoned. The ones that fled and went into hiding, most of them were captured and imprisoned in Azkaban. Some had fled to the U.S. and kind of have gone off the radar. There are several that have renounced the Death Eater status, and if they were seen as innocent of doing any crimes, so they would pretty much scan every spell cast by that user, and if there was no forbidden curses or killing curses or dark wizardry or whatever, that person would be able to renounce as a Death Eater and attempt to rejoin society. However, most of the time that doesn't happen because everybody knows you, because you publicly came out as a Death Eater. Everybody knows what side you were on, so you know your neighbors might still hate you, other people might still hate you, but there's still Death Eaters out there. Other than that, what are you? I feel like you're on the path for something, so I kind of want to keep going with it. Other than like any recent news with Death Eaters, is there anything else that you're looking for?
The last thing Sebastian looks up is any recent news of anyone escaping from prisons nearby, whether they be Muggle or magical, because like a wizard can pretend to be a Muggle and just as easily go to a regular prison and escape. They used to think Sirius Black was a Muggle. That's what all the Londoners thought.
That I will say you'll have to roll me an investigation for, because that is very specific, and depending on what you get is how much info I give. That's a really good spot. What?
Has advantage because he's using the Ravenclaw library, right?
No, he's in the school library. He's in the regular library, not the Ravenclaw library.
Yeah, because I met Ben and them here and I stayed behind.
Yeah.
17.
Okay, 17's good. There recently, I'd say in the last, you're able to find in the last 6 months, in Wizarding news and in Muggle news, there was a situation where a prison transport bus was moving a handful of Muggle criminals, and what the eyewitnesses are saying is that a man stood up on the bus, unlocked his handcuffs, killed the bus driver, and just left in a vanish of black smoke. Muggles were like, oh, that's just prisoners high as shit or something. That's nonsense. The Wizarding World, on the other hand, was like, oh, that's interesting. Be on the lookout of this person. You have a rough description you find, but like you there's not like a actual, it's like they got a picture of this guy. They have no idea. I mean, they have a Muggle picture.
I was gonna say, do they have like his Muggle name, like the name he had on the transport?
Yeah, so the Muggle name that you find is Derek Albatross, A-L-B-R T-R-O-S-E. Yes. Derek Albatross is the Muggle name. You see a picture. It's a pretty like plain looking dude. I mean, he's got very narrow cheekbones. His hair is kind of like stringy and like shaggy, like very long, but like it's oily, so you can see like they're like thick strands just kind of smushed together. But yeah, that's all the information that you would get.
Imagine like leap over a desk looking at the photo. I got you slimy fuck.
We transition back over to our guys in the dungeons. You all get to the end of this tunnel. Is the music bot still going? Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. You guys all get to the end of this tunnel. There's a bright light that you guys see as you emerge. There's a golden harp sitting in the middle of this massive room. What you guys see is, as you come out of this tunnel, from where you are to 60 feet in front of you, there is a marble walkway about 15 feet wide, 60 feet long, going into the center of this area. To each side of this marble walkway is 3 feet of water. As the walkway itself kind of splishes and splashes with a little bit of waves and ripples, somehow undulating out of the water without anything really being able to be visibly seen swimming or being thrown into it. You guys see sitting in the middle of this domed shaped area is a stack of rubble and a marble statue that has seemed to collapse from being hit with a massive force. You guys see a large skeleton kind of coiled up and around. It's about 120 feet in length, coiled. You see where the skull is and the fangs would be, but you see just floating in the middle of this room with one brazier lit, so the light is kind of flickering off of this turquoise green water as small speckles of golden light reflect and bounce around. This harp lowers and then hovers about 5 feet in front of you guys and begins to play another tune. What is the group up to?
Klaus being one of the first to actually enter the room, slowly steps towards the skeleton, keeping its eyes peeled on the harp.
Okay, the harp is about 30 feet from the skull, and you're about 30 feet from the skull as well. So if you were to get how do I say this? Okay, so the harp and skull are on a linear path, right? The skeleton is in the center, so if you were to go straight down the center, the harp is 30 feet away from where you would be. If you were to go 5 feet to the right, the harp would be 35 feet away from it. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. How close do you want to get? You're about 60 feet away from the skeleton right now. How close do you want to get?
I want to actually get right up towards the skeleton. Like,
Okay.
to the point where I can physically touch it.
I will allow everybody there before we conclude in what's about to happen. I will allow everybody one reaction. If you have a reaction that you'd like to use right now, and it has to be a spell that's either labeled a reaction or whatever it may be, let me know, because we're about to go into initiative. So
Can I hide? It's not like a reaction, but like I just want to move and hide and take cover.
I'm gonna say, so would Akasha's instinct, as soon as he sees Klaus. So here's what I'm saying. Klaus is about to dash. You see as Klaus has moved 10 feet towards the skeleton. I'm pretty much allowing you to do something before he gets to the skeleton, because once he gets there, we're gonna go into an initiative phase. So I guess we'll start with Akash. You see Klaus 10 feet. He's now 50 feet away from the skeleton and the harp. What do you want to do as he takes off towards the skull?
I guess if I see him take off, I know this motherfucker was like riding a deer, and this dude just goes off. I feel like I know my best chance is to just support him and hide. So can I cast a spell at the harp?
Sure. What spell are you casting?
Defendo. You know, he doesn't need to be a humanoid. That's the thing.
What does Defendo do?
Defendo, an object is precisely corner cut as if it's a magical blade extending from the tip of your wand. The spell was not designed to be used on creatures. It only makes very shallow cuts. Oh, choose a target that you can see within range that fits within a 5 feet cube. If the target is a creature.
Okay.
No, if the target's a creature, it takes damage. Is this a creature?
The harp is. I'm gonna let you roll investigation or magical creatures to see if this harp is a creature or not before you cast your spell. So I don't want you to waste a spell slot.
Maybe like Arcana or like History of Magic.
No, it's gonna be magical. It's gonna be magical creatures, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have no idea what the fuck this is probably. Roll.
It's relaxing music.
Nah, nat one.
No. Yeah.
I have no idea what this thing is.
You think it's a harp. You're like, oh cool, it's some magical enchanted harp to like make a scary place not look scary. This is cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't think it's dangerous.
Yeah, you don't get it. Akash does not get a dangerous vibe from this harp. It's actually the quite opposite. Like the music you're hearing from it definitely makes this creepy ass place seem way less creepy, and it's like really soothing for you. So you don't think it's harmful at all?
Do I know if Klaus gets like a tooth, like that's it, like I won't be able to get a tooth, or like is it a competition, or is it more like we're working together?
It's definitely a competition. There's definitely several different teams, so it really is. I mean, again, Klaus could grab multiple. It's up to him. I mean, he helped James and Fiona get their tentacular vines because they weren't able to get it. So he helped them get that, but was much faster than them and got back in time, or got back before they did. So I mean, it's really up to you. You can work as a team, or you can try and use the others as bait, or use the others like try and trip the others up. Like you can cast a spell to make Klaus trip and fall so you can run and grab it. I mean, really up to you. But yes, it is a competition. Whoever wins and has the best like whoever has the best potion is going to pretty much win a invitation to the Slug Club.
Cool. I cast Hold Person on Klaus.
Oh, fuck PvP! Hey, pew, 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 pew. Okay, cool.
Let me check exactly how the spell works because it's slightly different than. Oh, I just make a ranged spell attack. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna need. Here's what I'm gonna need. I need everybody. We'll do. Yeah, what do you gotta do? Sorry, what are you casting?
I'm casting Petrificus Totalis, and I make a ranged spell attack. I'm asking if I get advantage because he's not expecting that this is coming.
I'm going to say, unless if Klaus has a reaction, mechanically speaking, he can use a reaction.
Yeah, cool.
But as far as your attack, because Klaus is turned, I will say you have advantage on it.
Okay. So do I just make an attack and then?
Yes. So you would make an attack against his DC. Where is this fucking spell?
It's a ranged spell attack.
I know what it is. I've
here it
got
is.
it myself.
Yeah, I was trying to find it.
Yeah, it's up to 60 feet, so.
Yeah, Klaus is like 15 feet away from you right now, Akash.
Cool. So is your AC 16 or lower?
It's
Klaus?
lower.
Okay. So I hit.
And wait.
Well, you have to roll to. Oh, what'd you roll? Oh, a 19. Yeah, 19 already hits.
I rolled a 16, but I have advantage. But yeah, it still hits.
Oh,
and
okay,
The way the
16.
spell works, he's just paralyzed
Yes.
and not prone.
Okay, I need everybody to roll me initiative.
Yeah.
Because that is I'm gonna deem that a surprise round.
I got 13.
Okay, so Misty's got, Vesper's got 13. James has a 20. That makes sense. Klaus has got a nat 1. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, actually. Akash got a 21. Atticus? Nat 1. Okay. So here's how we're gonna roll it. So we're gonna say the nat 1 and the 21, those two, Akash and Klaus have already gone. So that follows up now with James. James, you see as your two friends or compatriots rush forward. You see as Klaus is about 15 feet ahead of Akash. You see as Akash whips his wand out and casts Petrificus Totalis, striking Klaus in the back. What would you like to do? Would you like to go? You can do a few things. You can either attack Akash. You can help Klaus. You can go for the Basilisk Fang to try and get your team much needed time while everybody fights, or you can try and negotiate with everybody and calm people down. Up to you.
I have Ben and the twins with me, right? Like they're on my tail. No?
Ben and the twins, they stayed back. Or no, Jasmine.
They wouldn't stay back. Yeah.
Jasmine would have come with you. Jasmine and Adrian would have stayed. Ben would have come with you because Ben is a fucking creepy little man and I love him. Yeah, so Ben is with you. I guess I have to roll initiative for.
Ben's a small guy.
I guess I have to roll an initiative for Ben.
I'm Fiona.
They're just gonna have this. Fiona goes on Vesper's. Vesper's initiative. Yeah.
Ben, go on mine.
I have the best of the best.
I mean, that would save you rolling.
I
spare one
would
die.
say yes, Akash, if you had been in the forest with them when they had their fight. But since Ben has not seen you in action yet, he's not actually giving you the help action.
I don't care if he gives me the help action.
No, he's going to go on his own turn. He has a +3 to initiative. Oh, dirty 20. Okay, perfect. I mean, Jean definitely has the higher dex, or James has the higher dex than Ben for sure. So James, you still get to go first. What would you like to do?
Wait, I rolled a 21.
Yeah, you're 21 and Ghost's 1 that was combined for that surprise round. So that's what kicked that off. Now we're going through the other people and then we cycle back into you. James, what are you doing?
Hey, Ox, I want to say, like, surprise rounds, they happen first, and then you go by the normal initial order.
I know. I'm
Right,
changing.
so then it-
I'm changing it up. I'm changing it up, baby. Relax. It's fine. It's cool. It's cool. Don't worry. Don't worry. James, what would you like to do?
Oh boy. I wish to fight, but you know, no offense spells.
That's right.
Okay. I mean, what do you want? I mean, you could run. You could run and grab and stuff. You got body
You know
parts. James don't need no magic.
You know what? He's just gonna run for the harp.
Oh, you're gonna run for the heart. Interesting.
Oh, no. Sorry. No, fuck it. Yeah, He'll do it.
Okay. The harp is 60 feet away, so it's gonna take your full movement and
dash.
action to dash and get there. You get right up to the harp. It's a couple feet above you, floating. Roll me a wisdom saving throw as you are slowly deafened with this cacophony of angelic-like music as it deafens out the background. You no longer hear the water splashing from the waterfalls or the water spouts. You just hear this harp. Roll me a wisdom. Yes, sir. Wisdom save.
You got it, Captain. 17.
Damn. Beat it by 1.
Yeah.
You feel as you start to sway, almost into like this methodical kind of blank stare where you're like not really worried about anything. You're there, you're observant, you're aware of things, but you're just so physically relaxed that you don't want to move, and you feel yourself start to drift off to sleep. But you're able to kind of shake yourself awake. That's your turn.
Yep.
We go with Ben. Ben's going to look at you, Akash, and he's gonna shrug, and he's pretty much gonna give his turn to you. So you have your movement, your action, and your reaction. As he kind of just shrugs and gives you a little nod.
All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast. Will I have to like pull the teeth out of the skull? Like, will I have to make a check to like just rip?
Yeah, there's gonna be a check with getting pulling the tooth out for sure. It's gonna be a free action, so it's not gonna take up your action. So it'll be a free object interaction for you to do so. And the skull is 30 feet away.
Cool. Instead, can I cast a Defendo on it, on like the tooth, because it's made for objects, and then like slice the tooth out and run and pick it up?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, that's what you do. You cast Defendo. You guys all see as Akash, like, in a blaze, is just whipping spells out left and right. Your spell collides with the skull. You hear a little snap, and like some of the bone crumbles away as a large fang clatters to the floor. You rush forward and grab the fang. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, as you are now within 30 feet of the harp.
Figured there's some bullshit with that. Proficient? No! Fuck.
Damn,
Alright,
smarty,
well-
smarty McLearny brains.
Okay, well.
Mimi's taller than Kyle? Oh my god.
My
Yeah,
two-
Mimi's a fucking werewolf.
Dude,
I love
he's-
werewolves.
Kyle's a werewolf too, but I didn't realize he was so small. I didn't realize I made him so
He's a-
tiny.
Well, he's 11, and Mimi's what? How tall is she?
5'1", Kyle's
Yeah.
4'11". It's not that bad of a difference, but like still.
Yeah.
Kyle is
Kyle's
4'11".
taller than Vesper.
I knew I should prepare Akio.
Vesper's our small pea.
What'd you get on your wisdom save? A 7?
So I just have the thing in my hand.
Okay.
Now
You grab the thing on a 7. I'm assuming you're turning back around to try and move.
I'm turning back around to just like run back because like I have what I need and I'm gonna go back.
Okay. As you turn around, you spot James. You spot James 30 feet to your right, as he's kind of just staring up at the harp, and he looks down at you, and kind of just looks at you. Now that your attention is drawn over there, you hear the harp a little bit more. The music kind of lifts your chin up as you turn to look at it, and this music really begins to wrap around you. And again, this cacophony of angelic music pours into your ears as it begins to deafen the outside noise to where it's almost noise canceling outside, and you can only hear the clarity of this music internally. I need you to tell me how many hit points you have.
I have 10.
Okay. This is you only have 10. Okay. On 3d6.
That's very doable.
It's possible. It's also possible that it could roll a 2 and a 1. Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, no.
Oh, an 11. Close. You grab the fang, turn, your attention's brought up by the harp. You fall and slump down to the ground, unconscious. A sleep spell has been cast upon you. So you are now unconscious. I believe you have to make another wisdom saving throw at the start of your next turn, or you stay unconscious, or until somebody comes and shakes you awake, or you receive damage. Okay, so that now is... Oh, shoot. We just had Akash go. We had James. Okay. Next is Vesper. Yes, Vesper.
Hello.
What would you like to do?
Did James get to the Basilisk?
No,
Their
James.
connection's been kind of in and out.
James is standing directly underneath the harp. He's still 30 feet away from the Basilisk. you just saw Akash, a whirlwind of spells, drop Klaus, break the fang from the skull by casting a spell, ran over, picked up the fang, and then for whatever reason just slumped and fell on the floor asleep.
Alright, Vesper would like to lean down and whisper to Fiona too. Let's go get that fang from Akash. Let's be careful about it.
Are you telling her to get the one that Akash has?
I don't have my inventory.
Hey,
I
go
don't
be
know
my
if that's a
meat
good
shield.
idea now.
Hey, go be my meat shield. You know, we just saw this dude just like fall asleep. Yeah,
No,
go get that
hold
shit.
I mean, she could, if you wanted to, she could go get it.
I mean, she would.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. Never mind.
Why not?
Why not? I don't know. Okay.
He was just tired, bro. He was just tired.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with
He
it.
was tired.
He's a
Tired.
sleepy boy.
You see
fine.
Fiona smiling a very toothy grin with her tusks. She goes,
Very
I'll
good.
go. I'll
Very
get it if you want me to.
It's been a whirlwind in the past few seconds. So if you don't, I don't know what we should do, Fiona. What do you think we should do? There's a lot going on.
You see as she rolls her eyes, knuckles into the ground, and takes off like a gorilla, pounding 60 feet down the marble walkway, skids,
Holy
picks
shit.
Akash up, flings him on her shoulder, grabs the
Right.
tooth out of his hand, punches the skull, grabs 2 other teeth. That's her movement. I'm gonna say that's her
What?
bonus. That's her
Fiona?
bonus action and her reaction that she has. She's going to use her action to throw Akash. Akash, how much do you weigh?
I know.
Not a lot.
Not a lot. I think maybe a little bit. Probably like 130, 120.
Okay.
Also, does she have to make a save?
Fiona picked up. Fiona
She
picked me up, and I
in-
was like 100 pounds.
in this form, Fiona's it's a, if you want to know the mechanics of it, it's a homebrew mixture between a bear totem barbarian and a oh shit, I forgot the other one, but it pretty much, they are immune to any psychic, not only psychic damage while raging, but they also cannot be charmed or magically put to sleep in this form. It's like it's a fancy thing. Fiona's just a put together of stuff. Anywho, she throws Akash 15 feet. So now Akash is 45 feet away from where you're standing, Vesper, which is still back at the other side. And then she readies her next turn to run and grab Klaus. I'll say on that, Akash, you hitting the ground, you snap awake from the harp's sleep spell. So you've tumbled on the ground. You wake up 15 feet away from where you remember you were when you remember where you were when you were awake. No snake fang in your hand. That leads us into Atticus. Good old Atticus is the last one out of the tunnel. He kind of stumbles out a little bit late. Atticus, you see Akash groggily waking up 45 feet in the middle of this marble, watery walkway. You see Fiona holding 2 giant fangs. You see Klaus frozen as stiff as a board, laying down close to the snake. And then, oh wait, We didn't finish Vesper's turn. Sorry. Vesper, yeah, you see all that too. What were you doing?
Sorry, I thought me and Fiona's turn was the same. Is it not? Or
Oh,
is it
no,
like we just have
Fiona-
the initiative the same as mine?
Fiona's her own. I mean, you told her to go
Okay.
get it, so she went and got it. So
Okay, can I
you
throw
still
it
have.
on her shoulder?
Oh, that's up to you. You could jump off at any time if you want to. I mean, she.
Well, I'll just stay on her shoulder.
Okay, she's okay. Well, in that case, she might not throw. Akash, you wake up in. Okay, so we'll do this differently. I didn't realize you were coming with her. Okay.
Okay.
She.
Yeah, I just.
Vesper. She hands you the two fangs. She holds on to you. She grabs Akash. She doesn't throw him. Akash, you're still awake because she'll jiggle you awake, but you're now awake, being held up like 2 feet off the ground by Fiona. Now it's Atticus's turn.
Okay. So what does he see? There's a skeleton. There's a harp.
There's a harp.
and then there's a
James
basilisk
is-
skeleton.
Yeah, there's a harp. James is standing underneath it. Klaus is face down, stiff as a board. Vesper's riding on Fiona's shoulder. Fiona's holding a groggily wakening Akash in her left hand. And Vesper is now holding 2 Basilisk fangs.
Does he see how far away Akash was when he fell asleep?
Akash was 60 feet away from you when he passed out. So
Far away
right
the
next to
harp.
the skeleton. The skeleton is 30 feet to the right of this harp. And the skeleton is 60 feet away from you, directly down the middle.
Is there any way to go around the harp?
No.
Okay.
The skeleton is exactly 30 feet away from it at like almost every angle.
All right. He's gonna cast Wingardium Leviosa on the harp.
Okay.
And he
Is
would have
that-
advantage because he studied this one in the spells
Is-
class.
There a saving throw for that, or is it an attack
No.
spell?
It's a cantrip.
No, I know that. I'm saying, is it an attack or is it a saving
a-
spell?
It's a con save. A con
Con save.
Well, it affects a creature. So
Only if it's an unwilling
Yeah,
creature, it's a
this-
con save.
Yeah, this
It's
harp's
not a creature though.
Yeah, this harp's not a creature. So in that one creature other than yourself or an object of your choice. Yeah, so the harp is already floating 5 feet in the air. You cast the spell on this. How far up? I mean, you have 20 feet
20 feet
upward to
vertically
go. Oh, so you want it to go the full 20 feet?
How high is the hallway?
The ceiling is about. This area is about 30 feet. It's a domed area, so where this harp is, there's probably. It caps off at about 30 feet.
Okay, so yeah, he casts it to go the full 20 feet. Hopefully, the effects will be less than these.
Okay, so it goes up vertically. It goes up vertically 20 feet, which then means technically, shit, roll 20 is kind of hard for that. Vertical's up 20. And then, but I think it's not a, it's a, okay, that works. Yeah. That works. Okay, cool. That's your action. Still have your movement and your bonus action and your reaction.
Okay, he'll use his full movement to get as close to the skeleton to try and grab one of the basilisk teeth.
Okay. You rush past Fiona, Vesper, and Akash. Go ahead and make a athletics to try either athletics or strength to try and pull the tooth out of the skull.
We'll go with athletics. Plus 3. 15.
Cool. Yeah, you are able to wiggle and pop one out. That's your full movement, action and free action there. So unless you have anything as a bonus action that you want to cast, let me know. But I believe that's the end of your turn. We go to Klaus. Does he, Akash, does he get to make like a saving throw at the beginning of his turn to try and break free, or is he just paralyzed until somebody unparalyzes him?
No, it's for a minute, but because he went down, wouldn't it dispel?
No, there's not concentration.
Oh, hold on. Wait. Let me.
A dedication spell.
Is it? Hold on.
Yes.
It is a dedication spell, which is concentration. Oh wait, no.
No, it's
Wait.
not.
What is dedication?
Petrificus totalis. Is it? Does it say
Talking
dedication?
about
It does say a dedication spell, but what
Dedication to 1 minute.
Petrificus.
Well,
is dedication? Just
wait. Where does it say?
concentration?
Oh, dedication up to 1 minute. Okay.
Dedication
well,
up to 1 minute, which means
It's
you have to.
basically a concentration.
It's a so we would have to treat that as a concentration spell, and since you went unconscious, that spell ends. And Klaus, you are back up and running.
Yeah.
Well, not up and running, but you're awake. It'll take you half your movement speed to stand up.
Klaus stands up and goes, "Yous are all idiots. I was actually trying to get closer to levitate the damn skull and push it towards yous. Because I gathered there was something wrong the moment I saw that harp. And lo and behold, Akash falls, doesn't he? Did you get hurt in any way, Akash?
I'm awake, but like, am I still?
You are awake.
Like, yeah.
Hence
mean-
why I'm asking.
I'm fine. I'm good. I thought, like you were gonna run into some dangerous shit, and I didn't want that to happen.
I might run into dangerous shit, but I'm not an idiot. At that point, Klaus casts Defodio, lifting the dirt and stone up towards a harp and pushing it into the ceiling.
Oh damn! What's that called?
Defodio. Defodio.
Defodio. Here we go. Okay, 5-foot cube. Manipulate in a target area. Alter the terrain. Can change. Lasts for an hour. If cast multiple times. Only 2 of these effects. React every time you can. Oh shit. Yeah, cool. You shove the harp all the way the rest of the 10 feet. And kind of bury it in like rubble, like old marble from different things that have clattered. Everybody's out of initiative.
James is like, it's gone. The music.
Yeah, you all no longer hear the harp playing.
Oh man. James is gonna walk.
Now you see why I do stuff. I was trying to protect yous by going first.
Hey.
Protecting
That's
If I got closer, I would have known what it actually was, and then being able to do something like that.
us. Alright. If Fiona.
James is
Fiona.
Ox, you okay there?
Yeah. Yes.
He seemed
He's
Fiona.
talking to Fiona.
Oh, my bad. She puts you down, like to help, like stand, like get your feet under you. Let's go. She goes, yeah, my bad.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you. Do you need all of those Basilisk fangs, or you want to share some with the class?
Go ahead, Vesper. It seems like Vesper has something to say before Fiona does. What do you got?
Sorry, I was just the one holding them, so she's gonna Vesper looks down at the things and she's like, kind of don't wanna ruin this friendship, so there you go. And she hands out the extra thing.
Oh, cool. Gosh, you see his, Vesper sitting atop one of Fiona's massively broad shoulders, hands you an extra fang. Cool.
We're just like
Yeah, this
both on her
short
shoulders.
person is having to lean down from a tall shoulder.
Yeah, it's funny the way that this is. I love to describe it this way. What you're seeing, Akash, is Fiona is let me explain to you. Even in this form, Fiona is 5 foot in this form. Her arms, each arm is like, she has maybe a 10-foot wingspan. Her knuckles right now are on the ground, and she's kind of like dangling her feet a little bit as she's like sometimes walking on just nothing but her arms, as Vesper is sitting on what looks to be an actual table of a shoulder. Pretty much, yeah. Think of like if a goblin, or not a goblin, think of like a troll, or like an orc or something, and a gorilla combined, and you had like pretty much the body of the gorilla, but a face of an orc and the sentience and stuff like that. It's pretty much that. Cool. What do you guys want to do? You guys have got your final potion. Are you guys I'll say now, we can either, people can decide to bolt if they want to, or you guys can walk back to class. Up to you guys.
I was going to do something first.
Ooh,
James just got
okay.
So, as Klaus is walking
Hold on,
up
James.
to the skull, he walks past Akash and hooks him.
Alright, cool.
You're just trying to punch him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool, shield.
Okay, Klaus.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's go. Let's get it.
Okay, hold on, I gotta pull up your character sheet so I can fucking follow along with whatever's about to happen.
My AC is 12 and I'm casting shield, so it's 17. What you guys think?
You do have Protego, so your AC is now 17.
But the thing is, I'm doing it where you don't see it coming.
That's a reaction, so I can just do it.
It is a reaction, so he can You are gonna roll an you can't hide. There's no way to stealth it. I'll say, are you trying to attack him from behind him where he can't see you?
No, it's basically like coming in from the side.
Yeah. So like, it's just a straight roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna say with the way the mechanics works, he's still gonna be able to cast his shield in time, because there's no way for you to hide and try and hit him. His passive perception is gonna be able to clock that. Yeah. So go ahead and roll, I guess, an unarmed strike, which is it's a D20 plus your strength.
Proficiency.
Yeah, your proficiency, strength, and a D20. So that would be a D20 plus 3.
Yeah.
Slugged.
Yeah.
I got an 18.
Yeah, it hits.
So, Klaus, I want some flair on this, because you are physically breaking through a magical barrier. I want you to describe how your fist goes through this arcane shield and connects with Akash. And if you're doing lethal damage, or if you're doing non-lethal, and then I'm gonna need you to roll your damage.
Well,
Right, because
it's
of
1 damage, right?
because it's only 1 above his AC, I'm gonna say it's non-lethal.
Okay, and then I think you guys don't have unarmed strike would be
Unarmed is basically a D6.
No, what the fuck?
No. Unarmed damage is just 1. It's just 1.
One unarmed damage is not just 1.
It's more based on the strength and proficiency, isn't it?
No, well, that's if you're a barbarian.
Unarmed strikes deal a bludgeoning damage of 1 plus your strength modifier. So for you it would be 2, yeah, because your strength modifier is a +1, so you would be striking 2 damage.
Yeah. Okay. So as Klaus brings his right fist, he connects with the arcane shield. The shield flares up as a purple-green mist appears around Klaus's fist. He breaks through and hits Akash square in his left cheek.
Akash, you feel the force. The amount of force you just got hit with, still, I mean, again, you have 10 hit points, 2 damage is still relatively a decent amount. It's 20% of your health. You feel this force hit you. Were it not for your shield, this probably could have been a lot more painful. More for flair, but could have been a lot more painful than it was. I think I will allow, depending on what Akash is going to do next, I may have just the 2 of you roll initiative while the others do what they want to do. But I will allow Akash a turn before we go into initiative, depending on what he does. If Akash just walks off, there won't be an initiative. If there's an encounter, then we'll go into initiative. So Akash, what would you like to do after getting hit? You feel your cheek already begin to bruise and start swelling as it gets really hot.
What the fuck was that for?
I think you know what that is for.
Interesting. And he casts Petrificus Totalis again.
Sure likes that spell.
Okay.
Okay,
Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. So you've now used 2. You have no more first level spell slots.
No, I have plenty.
no, you only get 2 at level 1.
You have a total of
Pretty
4.
sure intellect casters get a lot more, right? Don't we get 6?
No, that's spells learned. That spells learned. Spell slots is based on your actual level and not your class. So sorcerers get certain spell slots every time they hit a specific level, and you guys are based on everything is a subclass of a sorcerer. So
it doesn't even say spell slots here. This is dumb. Okay,
on your
is it
character on your character sheet, it says you have 4 slots total. So that's how many spell slots you have of a first level, and you've already used 2 of your spells. So now you're casting. So you've now this is your 4th one because this 2 was here. You haven't updated it. This 2 was here before you cast your first Petrificus Totalis. You're now casting your 2nd. So this is. You guys haven't had a long rest since your last the last time you cast your spells.
When was the last time we casted spells?
Oh, actually no, you technically would have.
Yeah.
Hold on, how's he got 4 when we're the same intellect?
What do you have?
2.
No, you should have 4. I feel like.
No, it's 2 slots. I went off the book.
Yeah, I think we did go off the Book of Kosh. Yours might be wonky.
Gosh, yours is wrong.
Yeah, I think yours is.
I was going off the assumption I had 4, then everybody had 4.
No,
No,
spell slots per level. On page 10 of the player rulebook, spell slots per level. At first level, you guys get 2 first level spell slots. You don't get 4 first level spell slots until you guys hit 3rd level.
Okay, so I'm out of spell slots then.
So now you've cast your 2nd and final first level spell.
You still have to roll an attack though.
He still has to roll an attack, yes.
Alright, so okay.
Yes, he does. Still have to roll an attack.
That fails.
Klaus, you're able.
Not a damaging spell. So.
Yeah, Klaus, you're able. You just flick your wand and a little spark slams into Akash's spark and it like knocks it out of the way as you kind of evade the spell. Vesper. So now you guys are gonna. I need the 2 of you to roll me initiative.
Yeah. Because
we're now in a combative stage. Vesper, Atticus, and James. What would you guys like to do? Vesper and Fiona and James, you guys have your Fang. You guys don't have to stay here if you don't want to, or you can. Atticus, you still have to. Atticus, you have one of the Fangs as well, so you don't have to stay here if you don't want to. What would the 3 of you guys like to do?
To say to James, hey, we've got our thing. I think we should just go continue the potion.
James, no wait. I agree with you. Let's go.
Yeah, let's
Cool.
just
Vesper,
let's go.
Vesper, Fiona, and James, you guys head out. Atticus, do you want to follow the group, or do you want to stay?
Atticus is gonna try to beat them back to class. He's like, I'll see you guys back in class later.
Hey,
Okay.
Atticus, thank you very much for.
First, I need Vesper to make me a athletic saving or a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity? Okay, what's my modifier for that?
Atticus, I need you to roll me your athletics. You're going to be going against Fiona's. 14? Okay.
Athletics check.
You gotta beat an 8.
She does.
No. Atticus needs to beat an 8.
Oh, Atticus.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Vesper, Fiona hunches down and digs in, and you guys fly forward. Both of you are running full speed, 60 feet, Naruto running down the fucking corridor. James, you see as all three of your friends take off down the hallway. Both of you are neck and neck. James, do you want to run after them?
James like, oh, what the? He runs as well.
Cool. I'll say all three of you guys get back to the potions room. If you guys, I will say either James or Vesper, whoever wants to, you can roll a potion making check at advantage. Atticus, you can make a potion making check at advantage as well. We are going to quickly transition from the potions class to the field. It's getting darker. Kyle says, "Hey, I have Occlumency Club after dinner. Are you in that club? I haven't seen the professor hasn't like sent out like the class or the club list yet, so I don't know who's in there. I'm hoping at least I know some people."
I didn't really sign up for it. I kind of just signed up for metrology because that's what I'm kind of really passionate about. So I didn't really think about the other the clubs.
Oh, okay. Magi, so I haven't checked out that club yet. Maybe I'll swing by one of their first classes to see if I like it. Cool. Well, we should probably.
If you want, I can join. I don't know what it's about, but I can join. So you have a friend.
Well, you could like. The whole point is like kind of like to shield your mind, like when Voldemort, like if you've read the books, like he was able to like make people see like different things, and like even Mr. Potter himself spoke about it in his biography, like what happened with this with him and his uncle. He saw something, but it wasn't really there. So I think occlumency is like the defense against that, and then maybe with like other stuff. Maybe like I want to see if maybe I can like read other people's minds. You see like he smiles a bit with his scarf now not up. You see like a very fangy smile as like the twilight of the sunset kind of like gleams off of like his like fangs.
And he's like, "Oh, that's really cool. I'll join you. I think that'll be fun."
Cool. It's getting close to dinner time. He's gonna head back to Gryffindor Tower. What would Mimi like to do? Do you want to head back to Slytherin? Do you want to go anywhere? Is there anything? Yeah. What would Fiona like to do? I mean, not Fiona. Mimi like to do. Dang it! So many names.
Mimi's gonna go to she's gonna go check out to see if the potions club's done. Like just kind of like pop in, see what everybody's doing.
Oh, you head over. You see Klaus and Rocky. You kind of like pop in. You see Klaus and Rocky vigorously working away on their potion. You see Vesper, Fiona, and James working on theirs. Atticus and Megan working on theirs. You see Ben. You see Ben and Jasmine working on theirs. Oh, sorry, you don't see Klaus. You just see, Atticus is there. You don't see Klaus and you don't see Akash. You see Rocky is working on her potion and looks up and notices as Vesper, James, Fiona, and Atticus come in. She kind of looks around and like frowns for a second and then sees you, smiles, and waves.
He walks over to Rocky and be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Nothing much. We're just doing this drought of peace or living drought. I don't even know what potion we were doing. Yeah, I'm just waiting for Klaus to get back. He should have been back already, because it looks like the others are back and they all got a fang. She looks over and yells, "Hey, Vesper, right?
Yes, that's me.
Hey, do you guys have, she like heads over, she goes, hold on, maybe just 1 second. Do you guys mind if I just use a little bit of your venom? I think I can get away. I think there should be more than enough. Can I get like a smidge? I don't know where Klaus is. Did you guys see him back there? Did he go somewhere else? Did he have to look for different fangs? How come he's not back?
Thanks. Oh, sorry.
I'm not quite sure where Klaus went. James, do you think we should share the venom? Like, I mean, we all work together to get it, so it can't be just me making that decision.
I say we share the venom fairly and squarely to our friends.
I think that's yeah, I'm cool with that. I just wanted to make sure you were okay with it first.
Oh no,
Fiona?
I'm sorry. It's okay. It's okay.
Cool. You guys agree to give half of the, not really half. I mean, there's more than enough venom in one fang for 2 potions. So you guys evenly split it up, allowing her to make her checks solo. Mimi, Rocky's doing a potion. You're not really sure what the potion is. You can't really help her in any way. But what do you want to do?
Mimi's looks Rocky like, I don't know how. Do you know how much longer this class is? Because I'm gonna go head to the Great Hall and get ready for dinner.
Yep. You see as Rocky's kind of like yeah. She's like working vigorously, and she's like lasered in. She says, "I'm pretty sure class is over." She looks at the clock. She goes, "Yeah, class is over in like 5 minutes." So I think as soon as one of us, if not 2 of us, are done with this potion, we should be done, right, Professor Slughorn? She turns around. Slughorn's not there. The club president says, yes, Professor Slughorn had to go and speak for some reason to Headmistress McGonagall. Once your potion is finished, I will grade it. You guys are free to go after your potion is done. Once Professor Slughorn and myself are able to grade your potion, we will let you know at the beginning of next potions class who has that evening's invitation to Professor Slughorn's private parties. Cool. Really quick, just to wrap this up. What did Vesper get on her potion making check?
Vesper got a 10.
A 10, okay. Atticus, what did you get on your potion making check?
He got a 14.
Okay. And what did James get?
23.
Okay. Both James, Rocky, and Vesper, and Fiona, and Mimi. Well, I guess not both. That doesn't make sense. But you guys, with Rocky's nat 20 and James's 23, James locks in, and he's kind of like, not really directing you anywhere, Vesper, but he's kind of getting things, like he's just like pointing you in the right direction. He just knows where every single ingredient is, and like the second he says it, you're able to like spot it and grab it. You guys finish, you guys can head off to the Great Hall to start dinner if you guys want to. If you guys want to hop into offline RP, you guys can. During Great Hall, you don't have to sit with your houses. It was just the sorting ceremony, so you guys can sit together if you want to. We're gonna switch over before we take our break. Before we finish with our little duel going on, Sebastian, what are you up to?
Sebastian relays all the information he got to his sister, like sends her a few more texts of like, oh, this guy escaped recently. Also found this passage that connects like half of fucking Europe.
You get a text from Ben. Yo, Cap, heads up. Don't know if we're recruiting. If we are, Akash and Klaus, very high competition. And he sends you a video of the whirlwind of Akash casting Petrificus Totalis, casting Defendo, shattering the Basilisk skull, dashing over, grabbing the fang, and then you also see a video that Ben took of Klaus breaking through a Protego shield, breaking through it with his fist and hitting Akash in the side of the face. Ben then sends question mark, possible new recruits for A team, question mark, shrug emoji.
Just sounds back. I don't know where you and Jasmine got the idea we need fighters. I said healers.
You get a text back with like an upside down smiley face, and he goes, I mean, don't need to heal if you can kick the shit out of things really fast.
Can't kick the shit out of an arrow you don't see coming. He's also Sebastian sends back.
You see
fucking magic centaurs that shouldn't that far, so I don't give a fuck if you hit hard. I hit hard too, motherfucker. I still got almost killed. Like, I'm literally half giant.
Ben sends back a laughing face with a bow emoji, an arrow emoji, or a bow emoji, the wind moving emoji, and then an arrow, and then another smiley face. What does Sebastian want to do? He also lets you know that he's heading to the Great Hall. Him, Jasmine, and Adrian are all meeting up in the Great Hall because dinner is about to start in just a little bit. What would Sebastian like to do?
Sebastian fucking says, God damn, I guess my team isn't capable of making proper goddamn moves. He just goes to the infirmary real quick and sees if there's any fucking students helping out there that he can talk to, because apparently these guys think healing equals fighting.
Yeah, you head to the infirmary. No, I don't think student medics have been implemented yet, even for the upperclassmen. You do see that there's like an orientation going on with Madame Pumphrey, so no one's actively like doing anything yet.
I wasn't looking for like regular man. I'm looking for people that like wanted to volunteer. Like people like, okay, they want to help, so they must know healing, or otherwise why the fuck you want to help in an infirmary?
Well, you know, that's the people that are taking this class are wanting to be like combat medics or some kind of medic in general, whether it be in the Muggle realm, or it be like because there are like wizarding, like small little wizarding wars here and there.
Recognize like any like are there first years there? Like,
no, there's everyone. There's three. There's 2 5th years. There's 1 6th year. And there's 1 7th year. There's no one below a 5th year.
Awesome. Who is the 5th year that looks like they have the least amount of friends?
Wow.
Roll me an insight.
Like I'm looking for the motherfucker that's not talking to anybody for real.
Hey yo, who's the loser here?
Yeah, I mean, what? Maybe a 15-year-old is gonna listen to an 11-year-old and be like, for sure, unless they're a loser.
Oh, gotta update.
22. Where are the losers at?
Update clouds. Why update? Ah, claws. Right. Yeah. Okay. What'd you roll? Sorry.
22.
22. Killed it.
Yeah, show me them losers, bro. Trying to convince an upperclassman to listen to a child.
Yeah. There's this very. She's a 5th year. She's short for a 5th year. She's like 5'2", 5'3". She's got like long auburnish hair. You see, she's a Gryffindor. I mean, she doesn't look. You probably think she doesn't have friends because she's shy. Again, you don't know who this person is, so you have no idea if they have friends or not. But you look at the group here and you pick her out, and you're like, oh, she probably like keeps to herself, or like gets really weird, like awkward around people and doesn't like to talk, or like be in group settings or one-on-ones. So I mean, there's her, I guess.
That's how Sebastian approaches. He just walks up there and is like, hello.
Oh, hi.
Do you fancy adventures?
Is this like, is this a Madam Pumphrey? Is this a trick question? Is this for the class?
No, I'm not with her. No, I just
Oh.
my own volition.
Do I like it? I mean, sure, like a good adventure book or like an adventure novel. Yeah, I like adventure.
No. Would you like to partake in an adventure? I promise, like, you won't die or anything. That's actually kind of the whole reason I'm here. Your job is to make sure nobody dies, if you say yes. Basically, I don't want to say too much, in case you say no, but discovered some secret plots. I'm about to go bust them down with my sister, who's an aura, and I figured might as well get somebody that knows healing spells.
Okay, we get to finally play a mechanic into effect. You can either do a persuasion or intimidation.
I'll be persuasion, I have advantage.
Because I was gonna say, because of your ranking, I will let you, if you want to, you can either roll for it at advantage, or you can burn a popularity token for today, and you can only do it once per session, and you can automatically enforce your popularity and make her join your group.
Cool, I'll do that. Why the fuck risk failing? Why risk
Cool.
failure?
What do you say?
I tell her, I'm like, so, from what you said, I guess you like books and stuff. Now, what's better, sitting alone in your room all day, reading books, doing nothing, never having a life, or going on an amazing adventure where you don't die, meet awesome friends, have fun with an aura, potentially get a job with the ministry, and save the world?
You see as she slightly raises an eyebrow on her pale face and she smiles. She brushes her hair behind her ear and she goes, I'm Astria. What's your name?
Sebastian Shacklebolt.
She daintily shakes your hand, Sebastian, and she goes, is there a chance for bodily injury that may need intense medical care?
Perhaps to us, not to you. Like I said, the whole thing is you're sort of safe, and then you make sure the rest of us are safe. I'm half giant, so I'm kind of just gonna be in the front lines doing most of the damage. And then I have there's more people in the group. I have 4 mates, with 3 mates, 4 now including you. I guess 5 if I count my sister. But basically, yeah, we have a team. It's called the A Team. I don't know if you've ever seen the film. It's a good Muggle film. It's about guys who save the day. And I figured, since we're gonna save the day, we could be the A Team.
walks up to you and says, well, if you're telling me that I'm going to put what I've been practicing into actual use in the field, I don't see why not. Sure. Let me know when. I guess she gives you her number and she goes, I guess text me when you do these adventures, and I'll meet up with you. I'm in House Gryffindor, so the Ravenclaw Tower is not too far away.
All right. Yes, I would have been. Well, we're kind of waiting for our one mate to heal up a little bit more before we go out for another romp in the forest. But perhaps next week before. We can't do it next month though because of the migration of evil centaurs, and I just don't want to deal with that. You know what I mean? No one ever wants to get hit with a poison arrow.
I want you to roll me a charisma saving throw. I'll say you have advantage on it because of your current ranking.
Yay, nat 20.
No way.
I got a 19 and a 20 plus 1, 21. So nat 20 plus 1.
Yeah.
I'm that guy. Black Potter's what they're gonna call me.
Gay. He's the gay.
She, as you're kind of just rambling on, you see as like the possibilities of injuries to everything that you're saying, every creature, every opportunity, dark forest, half giant, evil centaur. Like everything you're saying is absolutely enticing to her. You see as she walks forward, kind of like puts her hand on your face and like shushes you, gives you a kiss on the cheek and walks away and yells, text me when you go on your adventure, Stretch. And she heads out of the infirmary.
Sebastian like gives himself like a pat on the shoulder. Hell yeah, got a nickname. Finally.
From there, I'm gonna say you migrate over to the Great Hall.
Yeah, so David joins his mates.
Yeah, Ben, Jasmine, and Adrian are sitting with Vesper, Fiona, Mimi, James, and Rocky. So if you want to join, they're offline. You guys are now all in a massive group. So the group is kind of starting to merge together. It's like a mixture between NPCs and PCs. So they're all sitting together. So if you guys want to continue some offline RP, that brings us over to our duel happening in the chamber before we take a little break here. Akash, you have the what?
I was gonna say if we're planning a break, we're better off just taking it now before the duel.
No, because I'm gonna say after the duel, during that break, you guys are gonna head up to the Great Hall, so that way you guys can actually RP while I'm getting something to eat. Akash, your first act, you've got the higher initiative, my friend. What do you see as your spell? You send it out, he's able to thwart it away. You're first to react. What does Akash want to do? It's just you guys here.
Akash is feeling pretty heated, but he also realizes that he really does want to get into the Slow Club. And seeing everyone else just kind of bolt off with the ingredients that they need, he realizes he picked a very poor time to sort of duel Klaus. How many does Klaus have his own Basilisk thing?
We all have one, yeah.
Well, Klaus has one, you have one,
Yeah.
Atticus had his, you guys don't know it, but James and Vesper shared theirs with Rocky, but you guys don't know that yet. Also, all of them have completed their potions. You guys also don't know that yet.
Right. So Akash looks at his like basilisk tooth and like holds it up and like puts his wand away. You know, maybe next time meet me at the dueling club and we can finish this. And just walk and like runs.
Okay. You're gonna be moving 60 feet.
Can I kind of do action as he runs past us?
But yeah, that's my turn.
He runs, so he's not out yet of the chamber. He's still 60 feet away from you. But he hasn't made it into the tunnel yet. What do you want to do, Klaus?
Accio on the
What are you-
basilisk tooth.
I'm holding it, so it has to be contested, right?
It's gonna be a 1 second. Before we start rolling anything, let me just read things, so that way I can understand if I need to homebrew anything specifically or if there is something already set up for it. So just give me 1 second.
Yeah, does it say being worn or carried?
No.
It has that.
A target is a target object is pulled directly to the caster as if carried by an invisible hand. The object is selected by so you would have to move 30 feet and cast that, which you can do. So by pointing at it with a wand or by naming it Accio Broom. An object heavier than 20 pounds may not be summoned. When you cast this spell using a spell for 7 increase. So it doesn't say anything about if the object if the object is being held, carried, or worn by a person. So I'm gonna say this is gonna have to be a contested. So it's gonna be an athletics from Akash, or either dexterity saving throw or athletics, and then it's gonna be a d20 plus your spell attack modifier, Klaus.
Alright, let's see this.
Oh my god, so much PvP.
That's not that good. You get it.
Yeah, the Basilisk tooth, it doesn't fly back to well, are you casting it are you using it as a cantrip, Klaus, or are you casting it at a first level?
It's a cantrip.
Okay. Does it pull it all the way? It does pull it all the way towards you. Yeah. Yeah. You see as your Basilisk fang slips out of your hand, Akash, and it flies over as Klaus catches it and pockets it, now having 2.
Don't think you're gonna win that easy.
So that's your action and your movement. You still have a bonus action, and I guess a free action if you want to RP and like do something. I don't know, up to you.
If we are going to duel, I prefer it away from prying eyes. So let's do this now.
And what do you mean by duel exactly? Do you mean magic or this kind of duel? And he points to your punch, like his bruise.
Trust me, it would hurt a lot more if it was a fist fight.
No, I know. That's what I'm asking. Can we just do magic then?
We could, but you may also get a bit scared of something going forward. So, your choice, magic or fists?
What do you mean I'll get scared of something?
My little secret.
What, that you like to ride deer?
Are you trying to intimidate him, Klaus?
At this point, yes.
Okay, roll me an intimidation. Akash, you can roll me I guess it'd be insight, probably.
Well, he's trying to like.
Well, no. What goes?
I assume he's. Well, intimidation doesn't really work on like PCs, but like, is he trying to tell me something, Ghost? Like, is he?
Well,
No, I'm not trying to tell you
intimidation.
anything.
Intimidation. Yeah, I'll explain. I'll explain how it works. Roll me a. Yeah, it's probably. I feel like it's an insight. Yeah, roll me an insight.
Right. Well, he's alluding to something. Yeah.
Yeah, roll me insight.
You gotta be 11.
Yeah.
That's doable.
20.
It is.
I'm not proficient in it, so it probably won't. Yeah, I'm not rolling well today.
Oh wow. It's not that you're scared. It's not like you're scared to fight him. It's Klaus's voice has a gravel to it, and it's what he's saying is more daunting. Of I don't know what he's talking about, but he's saying it with such clarity that I'm not tempted. Like you're not tempted really to fuck around and find out what that means. Realistically, the only two things that would be going through Akasha's head right now is one, my best option if we're gonna duel, I have to make him do magic, or I need to just bolt and try and get the fuck out of here. I think those would be the two like options that would be going through Akasha's mind, and him just saying like, fuck it, I'm not in the slug club, like it is what it is, I'll catch it next time. Like that's what I mean by bolt, not like bolt from like being scared.
Akash, realizing the position he's in, he walks up. He kind of just like walks up to Klaus. No wand, just nothing. Listen, I will do you if you want me to. Good time, good place. It's just right now. I have other plans that I want to do. So, anytime, any place, just not right now. And I will do you on your terms.
So essentially, you're saying you're pussying out.
Oh,
I want to get in the slug club.
That means nothing. From what could possibly be a future rivalry or a future friendship.
Well, to be honest, I don't care much for this. So, I can just walk over to that skull you just smashed it. I don't know why you're so obsessed with fighting me, to be honest.
As he says that, I release the Vodio. And all the rubble drops down onto the skull. As I can release that at any time.
What was the spell again? Oh,
Defodio. Yeah. It was the one that made the rubble go up, blocking the
You
hall.
can manipulate it if you target an area so that the movement doesn't have enough force to cause damage. If the dirt or stone you target is on the ground, you cause it to become difficult terrain. Alternatively, you can use the ground to become normal terrain if you cast. There's nothing that says it's not a concentration spell, so you can't just drop it at any time. It's an instantaneous spell, so it happens the second that it goes.
No, and you can dismiss such an effect as a bonus action.
Oh shit, yeah. Well, it doesn't deal in it doesn't have enough force to cause damage to the skull.
It's not a cause damage, it's to bury the skull.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you drop 5 foot cube. Yeah, you bury the skull underneath 5 foot of like rubble, marble, and stone, and like broken statue and shit.
At the same time, basically releasing the harp. Because it does no damage, so the harp is perfectly fine.
Well, you're the closest, so I need you to now, as the harp immediately drops the second the thing is gone, you being the closest, need you to make
Wisdom.
me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. No, that's perfectly fine by me.
What the fuck is happening, guys? I am so confused. God, I'm trying to ride this roller coaster and I have no idea where I'm going.
17.
Oh,
Probably passes.
17 passes, yeah. Yeah, you're able to shake off this lulling effect as you begin to get tired, but then you realize I'm a vampire. I don't fucking sleep. I'm not tired. Okay, is Akash leaving or attacking? What is Akash doing?
Do I need the basilisk from him, or can I just get it from like my friends who have another one?
I mean, to your knowledge, you have no idea how much you need because you weren't there when Vesper, Fiona, and James figured out that each fang holds enough for 2 potions. So I mean, you can gamble, and you know Ben has one. You know Ben has a fang, so you don't need a fang. You're on the team with Ben. Ben's already gone. He has his fang. So at this point, there's no real reason for you to be here. That's why I was saying it's like what's going through Akash's mind right now is Ben already has the fang. No need to be here. He either already determined our fate. Either we're in the slug club or not. It doesn't matter if I get back there in time or don't. And then your other option is, well, fuck it. If I'm already at that point, if I don't care that Ben's already done it and I have no say in it, then at that point I'm gonna attack Klaus. So that's kind of like the mindset that Akash would be in.
No, I'm fucking sprinting. I need to help Ben with that potion because I know I'm good at it.
Okay. Klaus, I mean, we exit initiative. Klaus, you see as Akash hauls ass down the hallway. He's technically 30 feet ahead of you and has a 30-foot pace. So if you want to chase after him, you can. If you want to... Okay, go ahead, yeah.
He's just gonna sigh and go, absolute pussy. I can't even say that. Mof Ikio Intimidotia.
Oh, are you casting...
It onto Akash. You know exactly what it is, considering you gave me it.
Where did I put? Can you ping me in that again? I don't know why I didn't.
It's on my sheet.
Is that a save or?
Did I post it in Discord though? I need to.
yes.
In the offline chat? Is that where I posted it? Yeah, I didn't pin it. Okay. Yeah. What name? Read us what that effect is.
You bring to life the shadow of a creature you can see within range. The target must make a wisdom save against your spell save DC, or their shadow animates into a malevolent attacker. For the spell's duration, the shadow stays attached to the target, sharing the space, and constantly assailing the target, granting advantage on all attacks against it. In addition, the shadow deals 1d6 necrotic damage at the beginning of each of the target's turns. At the end of each turn, the target can attempt a wisdom save to dispel the shadow and end the effect.
Aren't I more than like... I was 60 feet away from him.
It's a 60 feet range.
Right, but
You were...
ran.
Hold on.
You went 30.
Hold on.
I ran 60 feet.
He said 30.
Hold on. Akash was originally 60 feet away from Klaus.
But he walked up to me.
Walked up to you for a little bit, yeah.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say he walked 10 feet towards you. So now he would be 50 feet away. I'd say on your turn, Klaus, you probably would have walked your 30 feet. Which is the turn you're doing right now.
Yeah.
That puts you within 20 feet away. Akash would have been. I'm gonna say Akash is gonna have advantage on this because you you're casting this the second he's turning into this secret passageway, and like the light is beginning to like no longer cast that much of a shadow. So I'm gonna say he's gonna have advantage on
He
this
still
saving
fails.
throw.
He still
Yeah,
fails.
still fail.
It's a 13 save.
Yeah, and I got
Okay, so
shit.
does he take damage?
So
One
you'll
fright-
take
one
1d6
D6.
damage basically at each of the.
Yeah.
Basically every movement you'll take at this point.
How many feet of movement I need to? Why am I?
It's basically at the beginning of each of the target's turns. So before he moves, that'll be when you'll take the damage.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll a d6. The duration is. Oh, did I not give you the duration?
You did
Ghost?
not give me the duration.
It's a concentration spell
yeah.
up to 1 minute.
Okay.
Range is 60 feet. Concentration spell up to 1 minute. So roll your d6 damage. Once you take that d6 damage, then we'll have Akash roll a wisdom saving throw to try and, I guess, break out of this shadow, right?
Yeah, because I'm just running, right?
In addition, the shadow deals 1d6 necrotic damage at the beginning of the turn. At the end of each of the target's turn, can attempt a wisdom saving throw to dispel the shadow and end the effect. Yeah, okay. So go ahead and roll your damage. Akash, you take 4 points of damage.
What is your DC, Ghost?
You've met it.
Meets it, beats it. Cool. I'm gonna say right now is a good spot to take a break. You guys all, whether Akash and Klaus, you want to RP the rest of the way to the Great Hall. You guys both find out Rocky and Ben and Jasmine were able to finish their potions. Everybody is hanging out together at the Ravenclaw table right now. So all PCs and all NPCs are there. If you want to RP with NPCs, put it in offline and I'll get to it, but try and RP as much as you can with each other, because I am going to go make some food, and I'll be back in, like, let's say 15 minutes tops.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Hey everybody. Thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of our chamber party. The second part will be up as well, probably sometime Friday. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. It's just Ox Games, and come join our Discord. You can see all the offline fun, and I hope you guys take it easy.